Want to record your screen with the OBS but have no idea where to start? Don't worry, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to record your screen with OBS Studio. So let's get started. First, what you wanted to do is to get started by opening OBS into your computer. If you haven't installed an OBS yet, you can go into obsproject.com and choose the best software for your video. In this case, for your computer, the best that works for you. It will be Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. Follow the instructions to make the installation and hit the other for continue. If you have any questions of how we can actually get started installing OBS, you can let us know in the comments below so we can help you to get started. So when OBS opens for the first time, the interface may look a little bit overwhelming, but don't worry, you only needed to focus into a few important sections. At the bottom left, you'll see the element that says Scenes panel. Think of as a scene as a workspace that contains everything you wanted to record. Now, right next to it, you'll find Sources. As you can see, there's this bar, green bar, that actually moves when I'm actually talking. This is the audio input capture. So basically, the sources are the things you wanted to show in your recording, like your screen, the webcam, images, or browse windows. Now, you'll see the audio mixer that you can find right next to it, or into the open section, you'll find the sources. The sources are the things that you wanted to show into your recording, like the screen, the webcam, images, or browser windows. Now down here, have the audio mixer. You'll see that where you can control your microphone and desktop audio. At the bottom right, you'll find the controls panel, or you can find it directly inside here, where you can stop recordings or even start making some broadcasting. Now, once this scene is created, let's get started with our first scene. Go into the element that says plus, where it says add a new scene. What's going to happen, you click into this plus icon and create this new scene. You can give it a name you want, such as a screen recording. If I choose OK, what's going to happen is it's going to be changing from this scene into another one, and it won't be able to make recordings, and you won't be seeing any of this. But in your case, once your scene is completed, you can start making and adding your own sources. So just like that, your screen should now appear into the preview window. If you don't, inside the sources, go for the element that says plus. Every time you choose add sources, you can choose more than just one specific source. For example, an application audio capture, an audio input, audio output, browser color display, game capture, and so much more. So you can drag the coldness of the preview if necessary, but in most cases, OBS automatically fits the screen correctly. So if you feel like your screen is actually like this, what you can do is just to drag and drop into the center, or choose the actual coldness and try to change the actual size of what you're actually recording. In my case, usually what I do is to put it into the corner and just drag until I finished the other side of the corner. Now, if you speak and see the green bars as I just add this here, in my case, I already have an audio input capture. So every time you choose an actual sources, you choose the element, for example, here that says display. In my case, I only have one primary monitor. So if you have more than one monitor, you want to choose, of course, the one that's going to be showing to your actual recordings. The same thing for the audio input capture. In my case, I have a specific interface to make this process. So that means that if you speak and you see the green bars moving under the mic or the mic aux, that means the OBS is already detecting your microphone. If you don't see any movement, you don't have to worry. You can always focus into the setting button right corner, where in this case would be appearing directly inside here. Now into my settings, you can focus directly into the element that says audio. So here what you wanted to do is to make sure that your audio, your application, or in this case your interface is actually enabled. The best way to make sure it is actually now appearing into your sources is that when you added an audio input capture, it should be appearing here into the element that says device. So in this case, I have my default, more microphones, the analog, and the loopback. In this case, I'm going to be using the one that I currently have available. So when you fit directly inside here, please apply and then OK. Inside here, the only thing that we can do, or the list, is like this. So I'm going to try to put this a little bit much more bigger to check out how it actually looks, my input capture. You can change the actual volume of it, or you can go directly into the settings and see that we can, of course, change the actual volume, convert your, in this case, your audio into mono, change the actual balance, and check out the audio monitoring. This is only if you already have some headphones available. Now here's the important part. Before you start recording, it's a good idea to check where OBS will save your videos. For this, I'm going to go directly into Closed. Back inside my interface, I will be focusing into File, Settings. Inside here, focus for the element that says Output. Inside the output, usually what I do is to go for recording. And inside here, you want to go for the recording path. Go for Browse and choose the best folder for changing your location of your files. You can change the recording format and the audio encoder. Usually I give it to FFmpeg, AAC, and the hybrid MP4. Then I go for Apply and go for OK. So for most people, high quality medium file size is a great option because it gives you clear videos without taking up too much storage, but that's totally up to you. So when you finish with this element, what I wanted to do, of course, is to, before clicking record, make sure that everything you wanted to capture is visible inside your screen. And of course, the green bar actually is moving as I am actually talking. So when you're ready, click into Start Recording in the controls panel. OBS will immediately be recorded everything happening into your screen. You can open applications, browse websites, watch videos, or demonstrate software exactly as you normally would. If you're recording tutorial, try speaking clearly and moving your mouse slowly so viewers can easily follow along, just as I did with this specific tutorial for you. So now, here are some many beginners missed. OBS continue recording even if the program is minimized. So if I minimize this and I go back into somewhere else, I am still recording. You can make sure of that if you see that there's an actual red button right below into this specific icon. So make sure that when you finished, go for the element that says Stop Recording, or you can start by adding some hotkeys. If I go for Settings, I can focus for the element that says Hotkeys. So where it says Stop Recording, I will input, in my case, Alt-S. So if I head for OK and Apply, when I finish my recording, instead of going manually typing and stop, I just needed to type Alt-S and the recording will be stopped right away. So as you can see, from there, you can watch the recording, edit, upload it to YouTube or share it with others, but I can surely suggest you to only focus for recording to make your stuff a little bit much more manual and easily. So that's how we can actually get started. You can add webcams, record specific windows, stream live, create multiple scenes, and customize almost everything. But for beginners, the most important thing is simple. Create a scene, add a display capture, check your audio, choose your recording settings, and press Start Recording. So if this video helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe to EasyTech Daily for more simple and beginner-friendly tech tutorials. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.